Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to Arena Lacrosse League action here at the Children's Arena in Oshawa. And the Whitby Steelhawks, wearing their gray, had the ball momentarily, but Steph Charbonneau for the Ottawa Outlaws has it. There's Nick Tchaikovsky, played for the New England Black Wolves last week. He is back with the Outlaws. The defending Arena League champions, Mike Triolo, the captain, has the ball. Low pass to Charbonneau, staying up on offense. Gilray tries to cut through the check. Turn back by Curtis Conley. Gets through, though, gets the shot off, and Lucas Coote makes the save. The ball goes into the corner. He points after it, but it's an Oshawa player that gets there first. Connor Laird with the ball. He and Charbonneau will go to the bench with a fresh 30 for the Outlaws. Gilray behind the back. Not sure who it was going to. It's kind of halfway between McWaters and Triolo, neither able to come up with it. And again, they've got the ball as Triolo came up with it, and Coote will just freeze in position to not let the ball trickle through. And here comes Whitby the other way. Adam Perroni running with the ball. He's wearing 16, listed as, what's he listed as? 32, which is what he normally wears. So we'll just fix that. Whitby with their first offensive possession. That pass from McMahon doesn't get through. It's picked off by McCrory. Ryan McCrory running the other way. Thought about taking the shot, but nice hustle back by Patrick McCrory's brother to push him aside. So, if you're a McCrory fan, want to keep track, Ryan wearing 15 for Oshawa, Patrick wearing 12 for Whitby. Sanders will throw it hard across. Gilray takes a peek at the clock, shoots a low bouncer that skips off Coote out of play, and it's a fresh 30 for Oshawa. Gilray takes it, and Triolo is going to come back on the floor. Sanders goes along the boards to John St. John, Oshawa's leading scorer. Gilray feeds it down to Triolo. He's D'd up by Corey Upshaw. That's a couple of big men battling. The ball gets loose. Upshaw wins that one. Ball's free on the floor again, though. 4 on the shot clock. Coote will pick it up and rake it into himself. Thought about lobbing ahead to Garrett Lewis. Saw Tchaikovsky in the way. Oh, that was McWaters, actually, I think, in the way. Zabolts thought for a second about a shot. There is a shot from the outside. That one stopped by Rance Vigna, and Vigna makes the outlet pass. Dylan Goddard running with the ball. He's been climbing the scoring charts for Oshawa. Not a lot of goals this year. He's only got 9. Sorry, 4 goals, actually, and 14 assists. That pass lobbed ahead by Andrioli. Doesn't connect with anyone. Eventually it's picked up by Goddard. He's just running out of time. He gets pinned along the boards. A little pushing and shoving along the benches. Dalton Lundy clears the pile, and everyone goes to their respective benches. There's a pass right in the crease. Foot save, Vigna. That was a nice stop. A great chance for the Steelhawks. They haven't really had much possession of the ball, but they get the best early scoring opportunity. Austin Murphy wearing 11 tonight. They're in gray. This is Cam Milligan, 7 with the ball. Murphy usually 16 for the Steelhawks. Boucher tries to feed it through. He was out west last week, missed their game. Oh, what a save by Vigna. Boucher with several fakes, but a nice stop by Vigna throwing the stick up. Comes Daryl Robertson into the offensive zone. He's going to stay for the set. Andrioli, little high step. Sanders with some moves. He's watched closely by Conley. He's going to take off up the floor. Sorry, Alec Johnson that was, number 24, watching him. Oshawa will get possession, went off of a Whitby player. And out of play, so Sanders will just toss it over to Andrioli. Gilray behind the back, pass is knocked down, but it does go straight over to Sanders. Hard sidearm pass. Mancini can't handle that one. And we're going to have a crease violation. So it will be Whitby possession. McCrory lobs it ahead, and Perroni will run over center. Leaves it for Zabolts and heads to the bench. Murphy's coming off the bench, and will get the pass. Laird keeps an eye on him. The lob down to Milligan along the boards. He's running across the top. Nice job by Laird to keep him high. He gets it back. 3 to shoot. McMahon with a defender all over him. Ryan Nolan with the aggressive check. And Ryan McCrory runs it back up the other way. There's Charbonneau. That Calgary Roughnecks bucket standing out. Fits the blue, white, and red scheme very well with this Oshawa club. Wouldn't work quite so well with Whitby. I like the gray, though, the Steelhawks gray. McWaters gets it across. St. John running off the check. Gets it back to him, but just misses the pass. Farthing will scoop it up. There's nobody there for transition. They were in mid-change, so Farthing was running ahead. Handed off to Lewis. Lewis is staying for an offensive set after giving the ball to Boucher. Tompkinson with the D. Tompkinson, Tchaikovsky. That is a fast pair. That shot goes off the backboards and over. And McMahon will just go and make sure there's no quick restart. Opportunity for Oshawa. And we'll get everybody rolling. We are over 5 minutes into the first quarter here of Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. And we got no scoring. It's unusual. This is a high-scoring league. Triolo with the shot. That one goes wide. It's right up over the mesh. And a young fan is racing after that ball. Gets there. He's got himself a souvenir. He's pretty stoked. I remember chasing balls at the arena when I was a kid. They'd give us a quarter for taking them back. That's a good deal for them. We thought it was great. We collect quarters for the night. Zabolts, quick pass to McMahon. Feeds it back to him. He shoots top corner. Beautiful spot, and the first goal of the game. Took 6 minutes and 15 seconds, but it's Travis Zabolts on the give and go with Cody McMahon. Triolo and McCrory on that one. Didn't see what the violation was. I think it was called on Triolo, so Whitby gets the ball. Interesting to see what kind of game we have play out. Oshawa has been scoring 12.6 goals a game, giving up 12.8. Quite low scoring for this league, for any league really. Whitby, though, is scoring 14.6, giving up 15.7. A lot of those came in the first weekend. There's a shot. Vigneault turns that aside, no problem off Murphy. Oshawa playing some physical defense. Milligan pulls it down. Doing a nice job of covering Murphy on the two-man game. So they go to the far side and see what they can do over there. A little spin by Cody Hamley. Behind the back, Milligan gets it to Murphy, who misses. And here comes Ryan Nolan the other way. Whitby missing a couple of their leading scorers, J.P. Keeley and Blaze Reardon. Keeley has played just 4 games, has 39 points. That's right, 9.8 points per game. He has been spectacular. Just a little dinged up, not in tonight, and Blaze Reardon couldn't make it. So 2 of their top lefties. Oh, and here's a break for Peroni. Andrioli chasing him down. Peroni protects the ball, goes twister. Heavy twister. Can't quite get it in there, and Vigneault stops it. Here we go the other way. Gilray had run back. Now he's running ahead. He's got Mancini trailing him as he gives to Goddard. Peroni locks on, but let's go just in time to avoid a call. And we've got an over and back call. Hustling down the floor is Adam Peroni. Sorry, that's 19. Johnny Leclerc went after that one. Here's Boucher. Double team, throws it back to Zabolts. McMahon feeds it down. Boucher underneath. Just misses over the top corner. Couple nice moves. Vigneault kind of stayed with him. I think made him get a little too cute and just missed. St. John with the ball. Watched by Crawford way up high. Passes him off. St. John runs into a wall. Triolo on Farthing. Farthing shoves him out. Here's a 2-on-1 break. McCrory has Crawford with him. Feeds it across, but it's snagged by Andrioli. Great catch. Had the stick right there. St. John the other way. He sees the double team. Goes to the net. Great move. Shoots. Save. Coote. Great vision and cut by St. John. Just can't finish. Here comes Corey Upshaw. Fast-paced game. We're almost 9 minutes in already. It's 1-0 Whitby. If you like a lot of goals, might not be the game for you, but this is some exciting lacrosse action. Milligan tries to feed it through, does. Penalty coming. Milligan's at the top as they go 3 righties. McMahon. Hard behind the back pass, but the shot goes wide from Boucher. Tracked down by McMahon. Maintains possession. They've got 11 to shoot. Lefty crease man throws it back up. McMahon's shot. Trying to see if that's Hamley down in the crease or Jeff Fernandez. There's the righty crease, and that's Boucher, but the shot was stopped by Vigna. He's trying to get out and get that loose ball. Now Robertson will pin his man. Fresh 30 for the Steelhawks. And that's going to be a holding call. Robertson just a little over the line. For Oshawa, St. John with 27 points, their leading scorer. So a huge difference you can see in the top scorers. Oshawa just not as high scoring team. Triolo second with 25. Milligan rips it, saved by Vigna. Drops Rosines, he drops the ball. It's a wide open net, tough break for Vigna, but a beautiful break for Jeff Fernandez. He'll take that one anytime. Trill, a great clamp, pulls it straight back. Charbonneau taps it over to Thompson. He's stripped by Peroni, fighting to get it back though. Ball still on the floor. It's going to be Peroni coming up with it. Thompson on him, tries to shovel it to Murphy, gets away. It's an over and back, but Laird is the first man after it. They're going to call over and back. And Laird might want to just let that one go. They could have had time to get set up. As it is, they've used 10 seconds of their 30 as they get all 5 guys onto the floor. Of course, they're killing the penalties, so it doesn't really matter to me. I guess, you know what? Yeah, keeping the clock running was the better idea. Good job, Connor Laird. Goddard. That one's knocked down by Peroni. St. John gets there, but the double team is on him immediately. Luckily for them, Goddard gets it. Doesn't pick it up, though. Oh, he swats it away. Shot clock was about to expire, but that could have been a break. We'll go 4-on-4 for the next 52 seconds, and then it'll be the Outlaws going to the penalty, barring any further penalties. Going to the power play, barring further penalties. 3:57 to go. Goddard lobs it over. Gets it back from Gilray. Nice two-man D. There's Crawford on him. Spins and shoots. Not sure Coote was ready for it, but he got just enough of it. Holds it out. It's still in his gear. Getting some help from Garrett Lewis, who's tapping the old goalie pants, trying to knock the ball out. Dylan Hutchison's going to stay for an offensive shift. Again, with a couple of big lefties out for them, you might see Hutchison playing some offense here. Mostly a defender. Hard bounce shot goes wide of the net and all the way back. He'll bounce off the backboards right. Oh, nicely played, Lucas Coote. Just put the stick there and let it roll right in. That man knows his angles. Oshawa will start with possession. 20 left on their penalty. So they could hold it and go to the power play for the end of their shot clock, or they can go towards the net. They go to the net. Triolo shoots, scores. Great spin move. That big drop step on upshot. And that's a tough one to defend. And Triolo gets the Outlaws on the board. Peroni almost had it, but Charbonneau grabs it. Now Oshawa will just slow things down and wait for the power play to come into effect. They roll it up to Tchaikovsky. He leaves it there, and Charbonneau racing to the bench. Boy, he has been a burst of energy for this Oshawa team. He may have been their best player since he's joined them. Trillo gives it back to Sanders. Thought about letting it rip. Goddard thought about it. Backdoor, quick stick. Nice save by Coote on the Gilray shot. Lewis throws it ahead a little bit ambitious. And Oshawa's going to, oh no, it gets loose. McMahon shoots. Save Vigna. Great shorthanded opportunity. But now the Outlaws will be able to set up the man advantage with 27 left on the shot clock. A little more than that on the penalty. So a full shot clock for them. Don't have to worry too much about it. Just in the last couple seconds if they haven't generated something yet. Sanders to St. John. St. John, a decent spot, scores. Turns out to be a great shooting spot as St. John gets a little sidearm bouncer just inside the post to knot things up. 2-2 with 2:11 to go. Pat McCrory against Triolo. This time McCrory pulls it back. Great job by Charbonneau to get it away from Upshaw. Thought about going to the net. Good defense, though. Now they strip it. Alec Johnson almost had it. And it winds up in the stick of Corey Upshaw. Hamley going for a run. Sorry, that's Pat McCrory. Oh, he lobs it too casually. Mark DeBrome picks it off. He's running in one-on-one. Oh, back. Gets McMahon turned the wrong way and scores. Coote got it initially, but the ball just finds its way. Peroni's back to face off against Triolo. Tompkinson lobs it over, gets it to Robertson. You can hear Oshawa calling for a hold. Boy, I'd agree with him on that one probably, but you never know how things have been going. It is. I was talking with Mike Sullivan with the refs tonight before the game about how everything is, there's cumulative penalties. So you gotta decide what you're gonna call. You gotta set a tone, what you're gonna call. So obviously a little grabbing is okay as long as you don't go over the line. The one where the Whitby player got pulled down, obvious one there. Shot clock expires, and here come the Steelhawks. Albrecht has it. He'll leave it for Bouchy. Final minute of play in the first quarter. Milligan down low. There's the cutter. Nice attempt on the drive to the net. That was Murphy going hard. Got the pass, got the shot off. Bounced off of Vigna and up out of play, so it will be Whitby ball. .48 seconds to go, so no goaltender pulling at this point. See if they take a quick shot. Go for the 2-for-1, or if they just wait. Looks like they're going to wait and run a play. McMahon. Back door to Milligan. He reached up to try and catch it. Murphy can't handle it. Now he's got the ball. He's got 15 to shoot. He rips it. Oshawa 32 on the clock as they get the ball. They're going to run. McCrory has it. Just kind of bulls his way through. Oh, not sure I like that shot selection there. Maybe pull that one out once the angle is gone. Now Coote goes to the bench, and Whitby will have an extra attacker. But they're going to go right away. Twister, Bouchy. It's going to work out okay for them as McMahon got the ball on the bounce. They've got 7 left with the extra attacker. There's the cutter. Zabolt tries to flip it over. Hutchison can't get it, and the quarter will end as Charbonneau rips one to the empty net. Well, late and a bit wide, but 3-2. An exciting quarter of lacrosse action here on JVI Sports Network. It is the Arena Lacrosse League. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us. Whitby in third place, tied with St. Catharines. They are 5-4. Oshawa in fifth place. They're 4-5. So not a whole lot of difference. It is closely packed, other than Six Nations, which has actually been in most of their games, just losing a lot of close ones. Toronto and Paris, clearly the class of the league to this point in the season. Laird, a couple of spins, leaves the ball behind for Charbonneau. The defenders connect for a chance, but Charbonneau can't quite finish. Ball rolls into the corner. Farthing and Laird having a little chat about where their sticks were going. Big fake by Albrecht, but he eventually just hands it off to McMahon, and they'll set up. They've got 16 left on the shot clock. Milligan takes off the bench and rips it and scores. Not how you draw it up on the chalkboard, but hey, if the goalie's not ready and you can shoot like Cam Milligan can, let that go one. I have pretty vivid memories of watching Cam Milligan with his dad, Jim, who was coached in MSL and the NLL, going out when nobody was around the rink. We were just finishing up our Masters League, and there was Cam, Jim feeding him balls, and Cam just shooting and shooting and shooting. That is why he is so good, or at least a big part of it. Natural talent, obviously a factor, but that hard work has paid off for him with that shot. There's the Boltzel shoot. That bouncer way up high. Almost got through the rafters and have one more to clear, and that could have been a breakaway, but it's bounced around, and Robertson will take the ball past Triolo and go set a pick. Travis DeBolt's back on D. I'm not sure that's something Whitby really wants. See if they try and take advantage of it. There's Robertson on him. Steps around him, shoots and scores. They did. That's a beautiful shot by Daryl Robertson. Tompkinson comes up with it, smooshed by a couple of players, then upshot him. He still got the ball, goes to the net, shoots right into the belly pad. He got pushed as he was shooting. I think it threw him off. You could see he was thinking about going to Charbonneau, and then, oh, that was caught. Cody McMahon gets it. I thought that was coming right out into the stands. Probably a great shot for you guys. That one's coming up to us too, but the beams stop it, and Oshawa will have possession. Tompkinson looking immediately for the long pass. When it's not there, he stops and runs it up. That is the way to go, folks. Look for the outlet, pull it down if it's not there. St. John, hard bouncer. Mancini, nobody on him. Goes right underneath. Dive, scores. Beautiful play, Mancini. Took what was there as the Steelhawks a little slow to jump on him in the two-man game. Tchaikovsky has it off the face-off. St. John, a little fake, rips a sidearm. That one's not getting it home. Triolo had a bit of it, but not enough. McCrory's there for the quick restart. Got Murphy coming off the bench. Nice job by Oshawa to take away the chance. They saw that Whitby wanted to push that one. That pass gets through to Hamley. He can't quite get his shot off. Great save by Vigna, and then the tap home by Chris Boucher. A gift for Boucher. Whitby actually with an advantage in shots in the first quarter, 14-10, though they trailed. Loose balls were 18-14 for Oshawa. Faceoffs 4-2 for Oshawa. They get this one, and Charbonneau will lob it over to Triolo. Pick on upshot, but he fights through it. They go backdoor, stepping and bouncing. That's a goal. It's a sneaky little shot by Connor Laird. He kind of step away, and a short arm, sidearm bouncer. Back up for Oshawa is Ryan Schutzkowski. Robertson goes down, delayed. He's going to jump up, and he has dropped his stick, dropped a glove on the floor, and it's gone straight down the hallway. Rachel's okay with that because she's, enjoys the game and then wants to go home. Milligan in the corner. Watched there by Board. That pass through doesn't connect. Nolan snags it off the boards on his second attempt, and they are running. Oh, Tchaikovsky takes the pass from Board, goes sidearm, and just kind of pushed that one into a spot. Saw that Coote was coming hard across the floor, went back against the grain. Bailey Brown into the game. Lucas Coote will go for a bit of a rest. He has not been sharp. A few of those I'm sure he'd like to have back. Some nice plays by Oshawa, but there's a chance for the other one. That one's blocked by Laird on the Albrecht shot. Diving swat by McCrory, but it rolls straight to Tchaikovsky. He's D'd up by Albrecht. Pass to Charbonneau doesn't connect, but he'll get it off the boards as Boucher wasn't there. Wait a second. Oh, that's Upshaw, sorry. 3-9. Charbonneau with the dive. It's a goal. Bailey Brown was just kind of standing there. I think he was hoping it was caught between him and the post and didn't want to move. It was not caught. It rolls in. Now the Whitby coach is yelling that you can't be in the crease when the ball goes in. And it's a tough one. I mean, Charbonneau took the shot. It got tied up in Brown. He clearly landed in the crease, then he got out. As long as both your feet reestablish outside the crease before the ball goes over the line, it's okay. I don't know exactly how we tell that. There was a lot happening. Trillo shot way wide. Heads into the penalty box. Bounces out of there down into the Whitby bench. First grabbed by Chad Culp, one of the assistant coaches. Brad MacArthur and Gavin Prout, the head coaches for Whitby. Ryan McMichael and Chad Culp assisting. Steve McCarthy runs the show for Oshawa at the other end. He's liking what he's saying. Nice defensive push there by Nolan, but the ball does go back. A fresh 30 as McMahon gets it for Whitby. Fed through by Milligan. Laird was just running down Fernandez. So he didn't get much on the shot. Now Oshawa gets the ball. Fernandez checks himself into the boards, going for the hard forecheck. Nice run here by Gage Board. Throws on the brakes. Boucher on him. Boucher trying to get to the bench for a defender. He'll make it. Great trail check. And here comes McCrory all alone. Looks back, looks, shoots. Post off the goalie and in. Rance Vigna has been very good tonight, but he's had 2 balls drop out that wound up into open net shots. So 3 of the 5 Whitby goals have been a little fortunate, but they're within 3, 4:44 into the second quarter. Triolo pulls him back. Peroni tries to go around him. Tchaikovsky gets it. Upshaw gets just enough of him, or does he? Oh, nice save by Bailey Brown as Tchaikovsky went hard to the net, got the shot off from Brown, makes the 5-hole stop. Albrecht gets it ahead to Hutchison. Whitby trying to put some pressure on, slip through his Hamley, shoots, save! Vigna, I told you he's been sharp. Nice cut by Hamley on the pick and roll. A little seal and then just drifts toward the net. There's Triolo taking it from Laird. That pass doesn't get very far. Farthing has Lewis with them. They'll switch sides to get onto their sides. Ryan Nolan, great job fighting through traffic to take away the angle. And Whitby's going to have to slow down. That's just a nice defensive play by Ryan Nolan. Not a really flashy play, but that is the kind of thing that limits scoring opportunities. Nolan gets the loose ball now. That's a great shift. That is an unheralded player there, Ryan Nolan, but he is doing some good work for these Oshawa Outlaws. Waters got it through to St. John. Pick coming from Goddard. Oh, speaking of defensive work, that was Curtis Connolly just fighting through that pick. Now he's breaking out looking for the ball. They're going to go short outlet instead. Upshaw gets over to Milligan, fakes the pass back, but or at least considered it. It wasn't there. McMahon, 2-man game on the near side. Upshaw, pick and repick. And they go far side to Milligan. Backdoor. Oh, Corey Upshaw. Glorious opportunity, but showed some offensive mind and defensive hands. There's Paul St. John. Andrioli to Mancini. He's going to take a wide run, little pick. Cross-handed chop from Albrecht was a solid one. Picked off. Hutchison going for a run, little fake. St. John trying to stay with him, goes to the net, fights it off. Great save, Vigna. Vigna, like I said, he has been on his game tonight. Andrioli, or Mancini, great move to sell the shot far side. Quickly pulled it over, but just missed on the shot, bounced it out of play. Milligan reaches back, can't get it with one hand. Here we come the other way. McCrory running through the check. Penalty coming to Whitby. It was right in front of the bench. I was watching the play, not sure what it is. If they're calling too many men, if he stepped out before another player got there. So we've got 6 attackers for Oshawa, 12 on the shot clock. Sanders at the top has it. 4 lefties. Gilray and Triolo on the right. Hard pass skips off the top of St. John's stick, and he checks the pocket, gives it a tap to say, why didn't you catch that? Sanders at the top, Goddard and St. John, Triolo and Gilray. Their usual power play here when they go 3 lefties. Looks like Hutchison and Albrecht up high. Triolo's shot scores. Won't even get time to tell you. It's McCrory and Farthing down low on the penalty kill as Triolo. Ryan Nolan taking a face-off for Oshawa. Looked like he made a jump, but I guess not. Timed it perfectly, and he gets the ball for Oshawa. That's a good half for Ryan Nolan. Tompkinson to Goddard off the bench. Backdoor, Tompkinson just stopped by Brown. Great give-and-go attempt, but a nice save by Bailey Brown to slow down the offensive flow of the Oshawa Outlaws. They're up 9-5. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. That's Hutchison shooting on the run. That's going to get into the rafters. He had a spot, didn't find it. We're going to take the officials' time at 6:25 to go. We'll be right back with more action. We are about set to resume action. I thought Oshawa was going to go for the sneaky 6-on-5, but it was just Rance Vigneault finishing up his drink and leisurely making his way back to the net. So Dylan Goddard will start with possession. 9-5, 6:20 to go here in the half. Oshawa with a leisurely kind of possession here for the first 10 seconds. They're starting to move now. Mancini with the pick, the roll, nicely defended by Lundy. They go to Goddard on the opposite side. There's Mancini opening on the shooter spot. They get it to him. He's got to step up top and let it rip. Spins underneath. What do I know? That was a great move. Oh, but stepping in the crease was Gilray, and then he came out was the first guy to play the ball. Farthing. Off-speed bounce pass over. There's the cut to Milligan. Oh, nice hands. Remember what I said about him shooting outside? He can do it inside, too. He shows there. Remember, you can go on JVI Sports Network Channel 2 or on the Arena Lacrosse League website and catch all the action that's loaded. Triolo comes up with the ball, shovels it nicely over to Tompkinson. Peroni watching him, but Tompkinson's looking everywhere. Gives it off. Tompkinson stays for the offensive set. Triolo to Tchaikovsky. Hutchison was right on him. Here's Goddard. Passes back door. Connects. Great D by Curtis Conley. Cody Hamley, sorry. Wrong team, Oh, no, same team. It's wrong player. There's Milligan. Backdoor pass. That's a rip of a pass. But Hutchison wasn't quite able to convert. 5 minutes to play. We're 2/3 of the way through the second quarter. Triolo directing traffic, looking like Dan Dawson with his size and his Rochester gloves and helmet. Trying to go underneath Garrett Lewis. There's help waiting, so he's going to slow it down, toss it up. McWaters. Oh, Goddard's feed didn't get through. Whitby. Whitby fans very upset that there was a reset, but I thought they did actually. Whitby possessed the ball long enough, starting to go the other way to reset the clock. Doesn't turn out to matter. It's an intriguing pass by Cody McMahon. Gets it back, doesn't quite score. Would have been a beauty. And that's in the crease by Austin Murphy. They just let it roll, though, because Vigneault had the ball. He'll lob it ahead. Gets away from Farazovic. He's going to track it down. Farazovic with some snazzy new red sneakers. Sprinting around. He's looking fast tonight. 4 minutes to go. Josh Gilray. TJ Sanders looking for a shot. Hard sidearm rip. The stop wasn't the problem for Bailey Brown. He just didn't know where the ball went. He spun and found it, but he had a teammate there anyway. Alec Johnson will get it to the Bolts. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Big pick by Cody McMahon. He rolls it off, but pass wasn't there. There's the Bolts with 5 on the shot clock. Will rip it. Saved by Vigneault. Almost had a second chance. So the ball's in the crease. Everyone's kind of going after it. It's going to be some pushing and shoving. Nobody likes it when you go into their crease. That was Cam Mancini giving the business when a Whitby player who crawled into the blue. Well, it's all blue paint, blue turf, inside the circle. So Tompkinson will take the ball with 3:15 to go and move it up the floor. Gilray with Farthing on him. Nice little switch there, shrug save. And it goes off the back wall to Peroni. Man off the bench, Milligan. Peroni's going to keep it himself. Shoot, save Vigneault. Peroni gets it back. He's got the high man. He'll pass it behind the back to. That's Bouchy. Still a couple players off the floor. Triolo has stayed up for Oshawa. So Farthing staying and watching him. We're playing 4-on-4 in the offensive zone with 16 on the shot clock. Milligan gets it. Runs into space. Nice D by Dylan Goddard. Whitby wanted a high sticking call. That was pretty incidental. With a major for 5 minutes for a high stick, you're not going to get that call. Goddard steps around his man, shoots, scores. Mentioned earlier, Goddard with just 4 goals coming into the game, but that is vintage Dylan Goddard. Step back around the defender, a little sidearm. Triolo on the right, McCrory on the left. They don't know where it is. Oh, there's Triolo kicking it out. Great job. Laird grabs it off the boards. Alec Johnson harassing him, but he gets through. Fancy behind the back pass by Connor Laird. Gets to Charbonneau. Tchaikovsky gets a pick from Triolo. There's the roll. Great trail check by McCrory. That was Pat McCrory just taking away the great work Oshawa had done. And Milligan lets that one rip. Works out Fernandez with his second in the game. That was not an open net. He had to pick a corner, and he did it perfectly. Emphatic shake of the head. Triolo and Peroni. Peroni pulls it back through. Oshawa with possession. Charbonneau gets it. Oh, penalty coming. Triolo pushing and shoving with. But now they'll switch it up. The defenders for Whitby get out. The forwards for Oshawa. Zach Tompkinson will start with the ball. We'll see if he stays for an offensive set. He will. Give it to St. John. Oshawa's only got 4 guys on the floor. There we go. McWaters, low shot. Bounces off a foot. No, they're going to say it was off a Whitby player. Here's all alone Hutchison. Gets the shot. Streaking backwards board. Oh, Cam Milligan had a ton of net. Vigneault made the nice save. Good hustle defensive play. Oh, nice clamp by McCrory, but he pulls it out, and Tchaikovsky's the first guy there. Oshawa with it. Oshawa with the gradual player change. Trill is isolated on Farthing. Great footwork by Farthing. There's the pick, and they fight through it. McCrory stops it. Couple of chances for Goddard. He's stopped. Here go the Steelhawks. Oh, nice pass to the man off the bench. Great save. Trail hand by Vigneault. Just gets it. On a glorious chance for Tyler Albrecht. Or is that Austin Murphy off the bench? And they score going back the other way. Zach Tompkins on the run. Has some interesting timing with 34.5 to go. If the faceoff is won quickly, it's tricky to pull your goalie or get the timeout when there's going to be a few seconds left on the other side of your possession. A way early jump, and Oshawa gets it. And they will take the timeout with exactly 30 to go. And 30, so it took 4.5, but my goodness, that was an early jump by DeBrone. So Oshawa will have possession, 29.9 to go. And Ryan McMichael on the Whitby bench asking how that faceoff took 5 seconds. So there's 29 left, and it's a pretty good point. I was wondering myself, it seemed like a quick 5. The clock must have started pretty quick or stopped pretty slow. It's not really home floor advantage because both of these teams do officially play their home games here. And tonight, actually, Whitby's the home team, so 20 seconds. They're going to wait for about 8 before they start. Gilray, Tchaikovsky, and Triolo, the righties. Goddard over by the bench is the left. He's kind of hiding out among the weeds. Then Sanders and St. John. Here they go, 9 seconds. Tchaikovsky to Gilray. Gilray threw a check over to Goddard. They go to Triolo. Down low, gets a shot. Farthing will rip one in the empty net. It's not going to make it. And we'll go to halftime. The score 11 for Oshawa, 8 for Whitby. Lacrosse friends. Hello, Lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the Arena Lacrosse League on JVI Sports Network. I'm Steven Stamp here at the Children's Arena. Tonight it's the Children's Lacrosse Arena. 11-8 Oshawa as we start out. And Oshawa comes up with another faceoff. They won 12 of 15 in the second quarter, giving them 16 out of 21 for the game. Loose balls in the second quarter, 22-22. And shots were 18-16 for Oshawa. St. John, hard pass through, can't connect with Gilray. Nice job there by Alec Johnson to stay home and take away that lane. Leaves it for Hutchison. Whitby will set up with the offensive possession. Hutchison running around a little bit. Whitby making sure they had solidly established possession before they got everybody out. McMahon with 7 on the shot clock, ducks underneath. Looking for the pass. Gets to Milligan. Oh my! Right out of your living room, over the shoulder. What a shot to beat Bailey Brown, Cam Milligan. Peroni and Triolo. Peroni gets that one. Peroni and the other Whitby's face-off guys have been winning the ball out, pulling it out, but it's just Oshawa's been getting there, largely Nick Jakowski, but this time it's Farthing with possession. He withstands some checks, hands it off to Tyler Albrecht. Albrecht's going to the bench. Just 12 on the shot clock. No, Albrecht's staying. Good call. They're getting a little low. There's Murphy, sidearm low. Oh, and the dunk home. Chris Boucher. Oshawa head coach Steve McCarthy reaching for his challenge flag. Whitby's returning the favor here as Triolo looked like he was controlling that draw, but then Peroni was the one who tracked down the loose ball and gets possession for Whitby. He's on the active roster now, the Rochester Nighthawks, but he does still have the practice player tag, so he is eligible to play in the Arena Lacrosse League, and he is taking advantage of that chance with the Nighthawks on their bye week. And there's a shot on the run from Murphy. A little sidearm, short arm. Lacrosse friends, that wasn't a Canadian timeout. That was a real bona fide timeout taken by Oshawa to try and stem the tide. They've used their second half timeout. Ball is loose. Jakowski going after it. McCrory trying to get it. Bounce into the Oshawa bench. Off McCrory. That'll be Oshawa possession. Ball's loose in the corner. Oh, Triolo uses the reach to get it, then tries to bull his way in. Oh, great D. Getting that one stripped, and Whitby gets the ball back. And Tim Prothero, the photographer extraordinaire, checking his photos of that last contested goal. It was good. Everything looked good at least. Feet outside the crease, ball goes in before anybody lands in there. Cody McMahon, hard backdoor pass, but it's tipped down by McCrory. Then McCrory gives a bit of a push. Oh, and somebody's gone down. That's Austin Murphy. Went to get back and give his man a push back, gets up and making his way gingerly to the bench. He's picking up steam as he goes. There's a save at the other end by Bailey Brown, and he'll hand it to Milligan in the crease. McMahon off the bench. He's going to circle around. Milligan waiting for the pass, gets it. Feeds it through, great pass, but Lewis loses as he tries to get the shot off. Milligan almost picked up, McCrory was there. Now the ball's still there, it's picked up by Milligan, the shot. Didn't get through. Shot clock will expire in a second, and it's going to be Oshawa possession. It was being picked up by McCrory anyway. He'll circle back. McCrory gets by Milligan's forecheck. Tries to get it through to Goddard, can't quite connect. Nice hustle by McCrory as Upshaw is just standing waiting to get that ball down to him. And Gilray winds up with it. McCrory with a big swinging smack on him. Andreoli gives to Goddard and goes to set a pick. 3 on the shot clock, so Goddard's just going to let one fly. Almost takes out Mo Urshot over in the corner, but stripes, ducks, and the ball goes by. 11-11 the score, 11-11 to go in the third quarter. That doesn't happen very often. That was pretty cool. There's a lot of ones on the board. 6 of them. Boy, if that had happened in the first quarter, well, it'd be a very high-scoring game. That shot bounces low and up out of play. Great chance for Murphy. Good to see him back on the floor. Oh, yeah. 8 ones. I shouldn't be allowed to deal with numbers. Oshawa with the ball. It's fun being here right in the crowd, but you get a little heckling at times. Penalty coming. It's going to be called to McCrory. He's shaking his head, but his stick got up under the mask and pushed the player's helmet back. That's going to happen. There's a shot and a save. And a goal. The shot clock expired, but the ball had bounced off of Brown. 4:29 into the third. It's 12-11. Oshawa on top. Peroni comes up with it, but the strip by Triolo. Oh, Peroni almost got it back. Tompkinson gets it. Oshawa is going to run. Great hustle by Murphy to come back with him. The shot by Triolo stopped. Brown grabs it. Outlet pass too far, and Charbonneau will get it. Charbonneau across center. Watch there by Conley. Gilray down to Triolo. He's on Hutchison. Gets some help. Pass back, and Charbonneau's going to let it rip. Saved by Brown. Ball's out to Conley. Makes a short pass to Lewis. It got away from him, but he tracks it down off the boards. Albrecht waiting for help. Thought about having to go there. Had Hutchison down low, but hangs on to the ball as he was being checked hard by DeBrone. Does get the pass off to Milligan. They've got 10 to shoot. There's Lewis at the top. His pass is tipped by Andrioli. Well, maybe not. They were calling over and back, but here comes Oshawa anyway. Feed through. Shot by Strocher. Nice play by Gage Board. And now Whitby back the other way. Boy, the friendly confines of the Children's Arena here lead to some ferocious back and forth action. Here's Fernandez. Steps out, shoots. That went off of someone. No, they're going to say it didn't touch anyone or touch the Whitby player. Gets out of play. It'll be Oshawa possession. Charbonneau with it. Down to McWaters. Oh, gets away from him, and Brown will be the first one there. Can't control it, but he gets it on the second attempt. Murphy takes that pass, going through the middle, going to the net. Nice job by Laird to knock him down. Murphy hangs on to the ball, though. 15 on the shot clock. Down low, great tuck shot. Burying it. What a two-man play. Murphy to Boucher to the mesh. 12-12. Whitby ties it up. Face-off violation on Whitby. It must have been a player from the restraining line who went early. So Oshawa will get possession. Peroni up high on defense. Curtis Conley joining him up by the restraining line. Whitby really pushing out as Oshawa slow to get their players on the floor. 15 on the shot clock as Gilray gives it up to Mancini. He's stripped. Conley hustling after it. Gets through everybody, and Brown can't handle the ball. Upshaw eventually. Whitby going up the other way. Peroni gives it off to Zabolts. Zabolts bounces it to Milligan. Boucher at the top. Tries to cut through. Wide open shot. Fernandez scores. Takes the pass. Quick stick. Big night for Fernandez. 7:32 to go in the third quarter. And the Steelhawks have pulled ahead. McCrory and Triolo. Ball left behind. McCrory pulls it out. Murphy almost had it. Charbonneau almost had it. Now Triolo does. Side swim move. Back to Tchaikovsky. Steps in. Save Brown. He's shoved into the goalie. Penalty coming. It's going to be a check from behind on Whitby, I believe. And they'll just hold it. They've got 25 on the shot clock. They're trotting out their 6 attackers. Triolo waits. Goes up to Gilray. 4 righties. Wait. Yeah, 4 righties and Goddard and Andrioli. They go back door to Andrioli. He can't grab it. It goes to Hutchison. And it will be the check from behind. That is why Tchaikovsky wound up going into the goaltender. Trillo's shot bounces hard out, grabbed by Lewis. He's going for a run. He's got Fernandez with him. He's the hot stick. The shot by Lewis, swallowed up by Vigna. If you're wondering why he didn't pass to Fernandez, it was great hustle off the bench. Didn't actually catch which Oshawa player it was, but the defender came off the bench hard and got onto the stick of Fernandez, taking away the passing lane. St. John up to Dylan Goddard. 3 lefties with Sanders at the top. Gilray wanted to feed it through to Triolo, wasn't there. Gets to Gilray now. His shot off and goes in. It hit Brown. You could hear the collision of ball and equipment, but just trickled through. The power play marker will tie things up 13-13 with 6:15 to go in the third. Peroni pulls it out, and Farthing's the first one there. Whitby pushing the pace immediately. Murphy was ahead, but on his offside, 2 men around, not much there, so Farthing just rolls it back and lets Peroni set things up. McMahon watched by Tompkinson. Looking for the pass up to Murphy. Gets it through. 8 to shoot. Milligan. Tompkinson, nice job on Hutchison. Penalty coming. Murphy is going after McCrory. 5-on-4 for 2 minutes or less. They'll try to take the lead. They just tied it up on a power play goal. Sanders will start their quest to move back ahead. 3 lefties once again for Oshawa. Triolo with Gilray over on the right. Triolo and Sanders just playing catch for now. Shot scores, just powered that one through Bailey Brown. Lucas Coote over on the bench has his helmet off but looks up at the coaches, wondering, do you need me back in there? It's 14-13 Oshawa. So Leclerc is released. We're back to 5-on-5, 14-13 lead for Oshawa. And a hard shot by Albrecht, stopped by Vigna. Comes out and Albrecht tracks down his own rebound. Zach Tompkinson almost had it. He's upset because he wanted to control possession of that ball, but it just bounced off the edge of his stick. And Whitby's got a fresh 30. They're down to 20 as they get their changes made. McMahon, a little fake. Now he'll pass it over to Bushy. Milligan spins away from Tchaikovsky, gets a shot off. May have fooled Vigna a bit. And another dunk goal attempt, and they score. This time it's Peroni, Vigna, Tompkinson both arguing. Milligan will start with it up top. Tchaikovsky and Charbonneau up top. Laird and Board down low for the Outlaws. And we won't get to the offensive players because the ball bounced loose. The pass, though, is picked off by Milligan. He's got Zabolts on the crease, who's directing it over to Bushy. Murphy's still in the penalty box, remember, so he is not able to come out and join the power play. And they'll stay in there until there's a stoppage because they were coincidental minors. Bushy has it to McMahon. Pressure from Tchaikovsky, who retreats now. 8 on the shot clock. Milligan rips it. That one's wide. That'll be an over and back. It's going to roll all the way down to Bailey Brown. We'll hand it off to the official. And 1:18 to go in the penalty. Oshawa's going to be able to go into penalty kill mode. Andrioli starts with it. He's got some good wheels. Should be able to evade checking for a while. Conley on him. Leaves it there for St. John. Ten on the shot clock. St. John rips one. Almost snuck through. Brown got it. It spun the stick a bit. There's a line drive from Brown up ahead to Jason Crawford. Whitby goes to the power play. Milligan takes the handoff. Hutchinson's on the power play on the far side. Ian McMahon, the 2 lefties. Zabolt setting up on the crease. He's just going to bang around. Hasn't set a pick yet. He's trying to cut it open. Gets it. Loses the ball. It's stripped. The stick knocked out of the hands of Ryan Nolan. Here's a 3-on-2 for Whitby. The shot by McMahon looked like he was going to pass backdoor to Zabolts. Might have been a good idea. The save made by Vigna, and Oshawa is going to be able to kill the rest of this penalty. Gilray takes it. A little fake as he runs over center, and Lewis picks him up. Feeds it through. Great pass to Sanders. Gets the shot off. Not in. Goal to the ref in perfect position. What a play by Alec Johnson to pull that one out. His best Matt Beers impersonation. The penalty will expire. And Whitby will get possession. Lewis has it, feeds it down low. Dive by Bushy, shoots, scores. He is banged down to the turf, but gets the ball in. Things are really heating up a little bit. 16s at the faceoff dot. We're close to 16s on the scoreboard with the 15-14 Whitby lead and 2:48 to go. Peroni on the right, Triolo on the left. Peroni pulls it out. Can't quite pick it up now. He's got was teetering on the brink of his stick. And there's four blue jerseys around him. Tosses it out though to Murphy, and Zabolts takes that handoff. Hard pass back to Zabolts, too much for him. Milligan gets it. Nope, it's loose. Tompkinson has it. Feeds it ahead. That one's too high for Triolo, which you don't say very often, but it goes to McCrory. And here go the Steelhawks with that 1-goal lead going back the other way. Fernandez with the pass over to Murphy. He was looking for the give and go, but Murphy had to corral it. Near side shot. Vigna has it. Not going to lie, I wouldn't mind seeing Oshawa score 2 goals and Whitby 1. And then we'd have a face-off with Peroni and Triolo. Backdoor attempt, doesn't score. Farthing gets it, because then it would be 16-16, and we'd have 16 and 16 in the face-off circle. That'd be pretty cool. I like the numbers. Rachel, my teller of color, is mildly amused by that. Mostly in pain. DeBrone, you can hear the hold calls coming from the Whitby bench, but DeBrone did a pretty good job of not really latching on. He was doing everything he could, but it won't matter. There's a goal, and there should be a penalty after. We'll see. I don't see a hand going up as DeBrone flattens the goal scorer so quickly I couldn't even see who it was. I think it's McCrory. And that, my friends, the blue and white checked shirt on the trainer is a Turku, Finland 2017 European Box Lacrosse Championships hoodie. Those are pretty popular items over in Turku. Unfortunately, did not have them available in a XXL when I got up to the booth. But the little people can wear them and often do. 1:27 to go, 16-14 in favor of Whitby. They scored the first 2 goals of the game. It's been 14-14 since, but Oshawa leading for big swaths of it. Triolo clamps down and just kind of rips McCrory out. See, they're saving Peroni for when it's 16-16, if it is. Pass ahead to Albrecht. That was nowhere near him. Corey Upshaw is a terrific defender, but he's showing the shooting and the passing, not so much his thing. Drive to the net. Whitby wants a hold as Murphy was kind of grabbed onto. That one pops up high. It comes down to Vigna. 1 minute to go in the third. And we've got some tangling behind the play, and somebody's going off. Okay. So Oshawa is getting the extra one out of that. Gilray to Goddard, stopped nicely by Albrecht. He got a bit of it. They try the outlet pass, gets it to him. Albrecht's got it, man off the bench. McMahon, save Vigna. Great chance for Whitby, short-handed. Beautiful pass by Peroni out of his crease. With the low rafters, he had to laser that one up and nestled it nicely into the stick of his breaking teammate, but just doesn't quite work out for them. Great play, though, to set it up. Here's Sanders. Back to Triolo. 3 lefties, Oshawa. Sanders at the top. Shoots. Bouncer. Brown gets it. It bounces into the corner, though. 14 left on the quarter. Goddard takes a look at the clock, gives to Sanders. There's Triolo. 8 seconds. They're already in the power play. No goalie pull. Gilray feeds it through. St. John scores. Precision passing and the perfect finish by St. John. Power play goal makes it 16-15 with 1.5 seconds to play. Which will be soon. There we go. That's 3/4. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Rance Vigna is back in net for Oshawa. It has been for a while. I may have been calling him Bailey Brown for a bit. 16-15 for Whitby. Oshawa has the ball, though. That one gets away from Charbonneau. He tracks it down before Hutchison can get there. Of course I'm calling him Vigna because he's still in net. It's Bailey Brown in net for Whitby. All is well. Oshawa with possession and 11 seconds to shoot. There's Triolo. He's going to duck underneath. Shoot, save. Nice job by Brown as Triolo cut underneath Peroni. And here comes Hutchison the other way. Whoa! Chris Boucher wanted that ball, and you can see why. He saw something he liked and rips a sidearm. Since it's not 16-all, the Steelhawks will send McCrory out to face off against Triolo. 17-15, Whitby ahead, 41 seconds into the fourth quarter. Garrett Lewis gets the ball, watched by Laird. Runs himself into the boards after he got off balance. Eventually gives it up to Johnson, to Hutchison. And Hutchison is looking for somebody to pass it to. It's all defensive guys out there with him. They head off. Triolo's up the floor. Lundy watching him, so it's 4-on-4 in this end. Milligan with it. Trying to fight through Charbonneau. Ball gets stripped. He gets it back. Pass across to Dylan Hutchison. Oh, nice job. Steps underneath Tchaikovsky. Hutchison filling in on offense. Splendid job there. Peroni Triolo. Triolo pulls it out. Can't quite grab it. Gets it now. Nice little chest dodge there. They go back to Charbonneau. It's too high for him. Farthing rolls it ahead. It's picked up by McCrory. Sorry, Albrecht. Oh, great job getting a stick on that by Tchaikovsky, and the shot drifted high. Here's Tompkinson, 3-on-2. Oh, the passes gets away from Nolan. It's grabbed there. Nice job by Hanley. Down into the corner, Murphy. Up to Fernandez, he shoots. Tchaikovsky got stick on stick again. Now there's a chance. Oh, nice tuck shot by Austin Murphy. The hard fake high had Vanier going, and Murphy goes low between the legs. Charbonneau comes out with it. DeBrone is down and not looking very comfortable as he makes his way to the bench. Triolo is up at the other end of the floor. Tchaikovsky backpedals. Double team, hands it off and stays on the floor. Triolo with Lundy on him. Goddard, spin move. Sidearm pass. Low shot by Triolo, bounces off of Brown and up off the wall. And you hear Chad Cullop saying, what is it? Is it in play or out of play when the ball goes up? And it looks like we've got a penalty coming. Power play Oshawa. They trail by 4 with 12:25 to go. Sanders up top. Goddard, St. John. Back to Goddard. Triolo and Gilray, the righties. Sanders uses the pick. Tried to feed it through. Wasn't there. It's going to go down to Gilray. 10 to shoot. Behind the back, Triolo just kind of redirects it, catches it and shoots. Strange play as Triolo just kind of had the ball bounce off his stick, then it ricocheted off of Brown and straight back to the big man. Farthing's getting there. Charbonneau, though, runs him over. That'll be a loose ball push. They wanted to lay a game penalty as Charbonneau was holding, or Thompson, somebody was holding on to the ball. They got a pretty strong argument there. Murphy will slow it down a bit as they set things up. The high pass to Boucher. It's like Josh Allen throwing on with no defense out there. Here's McMahon. Milligan picks that pass off. I think it might have been intended for Boucher. Say it a few righties out. Here comes Tompkinson. 2-on-3, but he's going hard to the net. Tchaikovsky shoots out, off the back of Garrett Lewis. See where he's grabbing? That's where the ball hit him. That does not feel good. Hard sidearm shot. Thompson comes to set the pick for Triolo. Good defense there between Lewis and Johnson. That shot from Mancini goes off of Brown. Nope, they're going to say it just bounced off the turf and out of play. That's going to be delay a game for Cam Mancini. Triolo Good captaincy leadership, just a step too late. 4 minutes. Delay game and unsportsmanlike. Whitby can really take a stranglehold here. They're up 19-16. We've got 11 left in the fourth quarter. McMahon gets it back from Fernandez. There's Milligan. 3 righties for Whitby. Fernandez to McMahon. Gonna go back door. Sweep shot attempt. Bushi missed it, but gets it back. Fernandez saw the far corner. His eyes got big, but he missed it by a little bit. That ball's grabbed by Charbonneau. Tompkinson's running. Over to Goddard. Oshawa goes to penalty kill mode. No pressure from the Steelhawks on Gilray up high. Peroni will just let him trot around the outside for the time being. Double team now. Milligan in there. 30-second clock expires. And Whitby will get the ball. Milligan was out playing some D. Now he's going to come up and lead the offense. We are 5 minutes into the fourth quarter. 3-goal lead for Whitby. A little under a minute left on the first half of this power play. Hard shot from the outside by Milligan. Goes off of Vigna. Gets up over the boards. It'll be a fresh 30 for the Steelhawks. 41 on the first penalty. Nice thing with the back-to-back minors for the team on the power play is you don't have to worry about when the first one's expiring. You want to score on the first one so you can still have a second power play. But if the situation comes down to it, you don't have to think about when you're going to take that shot. Fernandez back on D. Tompkinson turns him around. Shot, pass across. Hard rip by Andrioli. Got caught up in the boards. A funny bounce, but Fernandez is there to get it. It just got away from TJ Sanders. Whitby with 10 on the first power play. Doesn't look like they're going to rush to get a shot off, so they'll just continue with their 30. They got 18 left to shoot. First penalty is over. Murphy down low, and it was a low pass to Bushi. Murphy shoots low, stopped by Vigna. McMahon kind of reached into his crease there. Bounce pass. Ball is loose, and it's going to be grabbed by Hutchison. He throws it ahead immediately. Gets away from McMahon. Vigna thought about going to the corner. Could have been dangerous, so he stays back in, and Bushi will toss it up high. They'll set up on the power play. 24 on the shot clock. Minute and a half to go in the penalty. This is the unsportsmanlike to Mancini. Fairly methodical power play here for the Steelhawks. Backdoor attempt. Murphy misses. Triolo grabs it. He's double teamed. Swims through and holds on. The ball popped out, but he came back up with it. Runs into the offensive zone. Here comes the double team. He's going to split it. Run back out to the top. Adjusts his helmet. Shot by Sanders. Not sure why he took that one when they're shorthanded, but here comes McMahon back up to the other end. Fernandez up to McMahon. Milligan's at the top. Fires and scores, top corner. Milligan drifting his body to the left, kind of pulled Vigna with him. That would open enough, just enough space for him to go back the other way. And we'll start play. Tompkinson ignores the ball and just runs in to Alec Johnson. He saw a chance to lay a big hit and took it, and they come up with the ball. Hard battle along the boards. Whitby comes out with a Peroni double teamed in a dangerous position. He's got Lundy for some support though. Now Tchaikovsky gets it. He's stripped. Gets it back. Feeds it through just too high for Tompkinson. Bailey Brown will grab it. Penalty coming now. Tompkinson, who was frustrated earlier, grabs on to Peroni. And Peroni throws a punch with his gloved hand. Didn't even bother dropping the mitts. Just started throwing. Now that's interesting. Is that a fight when you don't drop your gloves? It's a punch. Definitely a fight for Peroni. I don't know that Tompkinson actually got a chance to fight. He was ready. Yeah, now Peroni is coming out. I'm not sure if there's someone with his gear. The trainer is with him. Yeah, he's going to the dressing room, and the trainer. Chad Culp has been evicted from the game. He was getting tired. There's another Whitby player going into the box to serve the penalty. They have to send one player in to serve Peroni's penalty because he's getting his equipment adjusted. There's a shot from the outside, doesn't get through. So they have to put another one in for the too many men penalty. So we finally get going here, and Oshawa tries to get back in here. Sidearm pass. Gilray looking at Triolo. Goes to him now. Fakes, shoots. Off the shoulder of Brown. He just got enough. Ball into the corner, and St. John gets it. Back to Sanders. Triolo shoots again, far side, but Brown pounces on it. Looks behind him, was well underneath him. And we'll take the officials' timeout. 6:22 to go in the fourth quarter. The score 20-16 for Whitby. All right, here we go. We're back underway. Whitby with possession, and they are shorthanded. Hutchinson will run into the offensive zone. McCrory is up on him. Tries the corkscrew check. Hutchinson hangs on to a wrap check. And a holding call coming to McCrory. So Hutchinson has drawn the hold. Lobs it ahead. Is picked off by DeBrone. That will stop play. Nice hustle by Bailey Brown to get to the bench. But it is for naught as play is whistled down. 6:04 to go in the quarter. 1:04 in the penalty to Whitby. So we'll be 4-on-4 for that stretch. Then with 5 minutes to go, there'll be a 56-second power play for Whitby. It's an active fourth quarter. McMahon starts with it. Lots of space out there. Goes over to Murphy. Starts to go underneath. Saw Gage Board waiting for him. Now he tries to duck under board. Flips the ball over. DeBrone's the first one there. Can't pick it up, but it is grabbed by Stephen Berger. He gets it ahead to Gage Board. Board will run up and stay on the offense. Cuts to the net. St. John waiting for a fourth attacker to get out. And it was actually Board that he was waiting to go off and get somebody on for him. 10 on the shot clock as Gilray trots across and bounces it to St. John. Pick coming from Goddard. St. John feeds Gilray, catches it with one hand. He's pitchforked to the ground by Farthing. Shot clock expires, but Whitby was getting possession anyway. Nice defensive play by Farthing. And here comes Dylan Hutchison. 10 left in the penalty to Whitby, and then they'll go to the man advantage. Cody McMahon is, everyone's looking to him. Should you pass it to me? He says, no, just wait. They've got 10 on the shot clock as the man comes off the bench. It's Milligan. Hard pass backdoor, just missing it was Hutchison. Great chance on the backdoor quick stick, kind of a sweeper. High to low, but it just missed. Strocher goes for a run. Lundy on Triolo. McCrory lurking. Tchaikovsky's with him and takes the pass. 10 to shoot, shoots. Brown looked behind him, but it was in his stick in front of him. McMahon grabs it. 23 on the power play for Whitby. Milligan's up the floor, but he's saying, giving the palms down gesture, settle down, let's take our time. 15. Looks like they're just going to wait it out. Let the Oshawa player come back on the floor in 3 seconds. And we are all even. Now they go to the net. Murphy shoots low. He scored one like that, but this time Vigneault is equal to the task. Here comes Board going for a run. Boy, he's having himself a good quarter. St. John off the bench. Back to Board. Can't quite connect. He's kind of tripped up as the feet got tangled. Pass along the boards. There's Johnson. Whitby with 3:40 to go and a 4-goal lead. Do not need to rush. Wide open chance, take it. Otherwise, they're going to slow it down. You hear the bench yelling yellow, which means slow it down. Let's use some time. McMahon with 10 on the shot clock. Faked a shot. He's just going to roll it in the corner with 5 left on the shot clock. And Whitby will get a change, get their defenders out. Charbonneau ahead. Here comes Andrioli running into the offensive zone. Tried to advance to the net. Leaves it there for Gilray. 15 on the shot clock. St. John will let her go. That's off the back boards. Goddard, what a play. Grabs it in stride with one hand, dives out, reaches around and tucks it in. Brown saw it coming and tried to dive back. Couldn't get there quite in time. DeBrone comes out with it. He's got Tchaikovsky with him, shoots. Brown makes the stop. May have wanted to pass that one. Tchaikovsky on his correct side, or his proper side, was wide open. Would have been a tough pass, so DeBrone would have had to be kind of passing across the body and back against his momentum. You want to take that chance when you have it. There's a pass into Murphy, spins and shoots. Vigna stays with him. Charbonneau gets it, moves it ahead. Here's Trillo all alone. Great patience by Bailey Brown to stay with him. Just took away all of Trillo's options and makes the stop. Milligan slowing things down. There's McMahon. Had the lane to the net, but they don't have to shoot. They don't have to score. If it's wide open again, take it. Otherwise, take your time. There's McMahon. Looking for somebody cutting. A lot of collisions in front of the net. Charbonneau and McMahon, 5 to shoot. Quick release, great play. It's a nice pass by Cody McMahon from low to high. And he finds Boucher, who quick sticks it home. Triolo gets it. Oshawa still pushing. He's going to fight his way to the net. Brown there to make the save, though. So if Whitby hangs on, that will improve them to 6-4. Put them for now ahead of St. Catharines. And in pretty good shape. Oshawa will drop to 4-6. So big swing game here. Milligan feeds it across to McMahon. They've got 10 to shoot. He's way out at the top, going to the bench. Passes it through. Murphy was thrown off. Excuse me, by the check from Berger. Here comes McCrory. Runs into Lundy. They were just straight on and just stopped him, but McCrory gets by, dives, tuck shot, beautiful play, but he stepped in the crease. McCrory says, no, that was the goal of my life, let it stand. The ref says, sorry. 1 minute to play, 21-17. Fernandez gives it up. Murphy rips it. That one's wide. Comes straight back to him. 2 on the shot clock. It's picked up and they're running with it. That was Strocher getting it going. The shot by Tchaikovsky. Tried to get his own ball back, but Lewis gets it. 25 seconds. Whitby can kill the rest of it. Coach Brad MacArthur saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. There goes Murphy. Save Vigna. Oshawa gets it. Here's Tchaikovsky. Murphy wanted to take a big swing at him, but Hutchison was actually in his way. Tchaikovsky will shoot, scores with 10.3 to go. Gets one back to make it 21-18. Anyone who had heavy money on the 4-point spread is going to be a little disappointed. Trillo gets it. He's going for 9. Nope, he's going to pass it off. The shot by Andrioli, and time will expire. The final score from Children's Arena in Oshawa. Whitby Steelhawks 21, Oshawa Outlaws 18. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks for being with us here on JVI Sports Network as we bring you Arena Lacrosse League action. We'll see you next time.